Let's crush an instant nerdle. We got multiplication today. All right, so this is going to be pretty tough. People have been just aggressively downvoting my instant nerdles, so I'm going to do a slower one today to try to explain my thought processes. Multiplication's a little different. When there's division and addition, it's like pretty easy to straighten out for me because there's only a few places where the numbers can go. Multiplication is a lot more intensive. Yeah, so this is going to take probably, I don't know. But all right, so my first thought process is always format of the equation, and that by format I mean where do the operations go, where does the equal sign go? The only place the equal sign can go for multiplication is here, because if I try to make it a double digit number, then I would have to have double digit times double digit, which is not going to equal a double digit number. So with multiplication, the numbers get bigger, so the biggest number in the equation is going to have to be on the right side of the equal sign, which means the equal sign has to go in the fourth place to make a 3-digit number. So now we're multiplying by some single-digit number. It sucks that we don't have any idea what that single-digit number is, but we might as well just try. We might as well just try the numbers in order of appearance, just to be systematic about it. So I'm going to put the 8 in the single-digit spot because I think that's the easiest place to kind of lock in, and then I know things about what numbers I'm putting here and what will result here. I usually like to go with the ones digit, so whatever I put here, I'll have a pretty good idea of what goes here. So if I put a 9 here, 9 times 8 is 72. So no matter what the digits are here, I know this number is going to be 2. That's just the way the multiplication works. If you multiply the ones digit, you know the ones digit at the end. Because 9 times 8 is 72, this would have to be a 2. And now I've filled in these numbers, and I can kind of systematically go about figuring out what the rest of the numbers could possibly be. So I only have a few numbers left over here. This could be a 5. But if this was a 5, then this number would it would be in the 400s. If this was a 5, this would be in the 400s. So that's not possible because we don't have a 4. If this number was a 6, so 70 times 8 would be 560. That's so close to this answer. Oh man. So I'm just rounding 69 up so that I can do easier multiplications, because 7 times 8 is 56, so 70 times 8 is 560. And then I can just subtract an 8 from 560 to get 69 times 8, because it's one less 8 than 70 times 8. So that would be 552, which is very close to fitting in, and pretty disappointing that it doesn't fit in. But since that doesn't work, I know this isn't a 6. And now I can try 80 times 8 would be 600. 80 times 8 would be 640. And again, that is very close to working. Because it would be so 79 times 8 is 8 less than 640, which is 632. We have 6 and 5 left, so that almost works. So it's seeming like 8 isn't going to work there. If I try 29 times 8 would be in the 200s. That's not going to work. All right, so I've tried everything with the 9 here, and multiplication is one of the hardest ones, because especially in this format, because I don't have any idea I just don't know what's gonna happen here. So that was just 8 here, 9 here. That's how long it took me to figure that out. I mean, I would have been doing it a lot faster if I wasn't trying to explain myself, but those are the thought processes that have to happen. So 8 here, 5 can't go here. I tried 9, so next up would be 6. 6 times 8 is in the 400s. We don't have a 4, so that doesn't work. No, wait, that's not how this... Okay. Okay, trying to explain it is like making me lose my thought process. 8 times 6 is 48, which ends in an 8. So 6 doesn't work here because this number can't end in an 8. 7 times 8 ends in a 6, so this is possible, so this is worth trying. We can try the 7 in this spot. This number, now, we have to try the numbers up here. So the first one that appears is 5. Let's try 5. 57 times 8 would be in the 500s, right? Yeah. Yep, it would be. So that doesn't work. 97 times 8 would be in the 700s. That's not going to work. Oops. 97 times 8 doesn't work. 67 times 8, 7 times 8 is in the 500s, right? So this would be in the 500s. So 67 is like kind of a hard number to multiply. Like any number that ends in 7 is kind of hard to multiply. But so by that, I usually round up. So I'll go to 70. 70 times 8 is 560, and then I have to subtract from that 3 times 8 to get to 67 times 8. That's kind of tough arithmetic, but it's a trick that I use. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I'm kind of taking I don't know. I'm not explaining it super thoroughly. It would be easier if I could write it down. But so to do 67 times 8, I do 70 times 8 minus 3 times 8. So 560 minus 24, which isn't going to work because that's 530 and we don't have a 3, right? Yeah. Okay, so 6 doesn't work here. 7 I'm using. 2 is not going to work because I would need a 2 here. Okay, so 7 doesn't work here either. 2 would end in a 6, so 2 could go here. And now I just have to run through the numbers again. And if none of this works, I'm done with 8, and I just have to try each number consecutively. I'm capable of doing it a lot faster and a lot more efficiently when I just can do it as quickly as I can because I don't lose my train of thought. All right, so 52 times 8 is 400 something. We don't have a 4, so that's not going to work. 92 times 8 is 732. We don't have a 3. That doesn't work. 62 times 8 is 480 plus 16. We don't have a 4. That doesn't work. 72 times 8 is 560 plus 16. 57. No, we don't have a 7. That doesn't work. 2 doesn't work. So 8 is done. We can eliminate the 8. This can't be a 5. So thankfully, this just can't be a 5 because we don't have a 0 or a 5 that could go here. Every single number that you multiply times 5 is either going to end in 0 or 5. Since we don't have a 0 or 5, we can eliminate 5. We can't put 9 here. So all of a sudden, we're eliminating some numbers pretty quickly, which is nice. So now we're down to either 6, 7, or 2 going here. 6. So I'll start with 8. 8 times 6 ends in an 8. That's not going to work. 5 doesn't work because it ends in a 0. 9 ends in a 4. Doesn't work. 6 doesn't work because it's already here. 7 would end in a 2, which does work. 7, 2 works for now. But we're almost done with the 6, which is nice as well, if this doesn't work. All right, so if I put a 5 here, this will be in the 300s. We don't have a 3. That doesn't work. If I put a 9 here, that'd be in the 500s. That would work. I think it's gonna be 590 though. Okay, so 100 times 6 is 600 minus 3 times 6 is 18. 58. Oh, is that it? It's 582. I think this is the answer. All right, there's an instant Nerdle, and that's how I go. That's how I run through these. Multiplication is the hardest one to do, so kind of a tough one to break down. But I don't know. I think I was pretty thorough in explaining my thought process there. But it's way easier when there's 2 signs because I don't know how to explain that. Like division and addition. Like the last few that I've just absolutely crushed, there's been a division and addition. And when you have division, you know there's a double-digit number divided by a single-digit number almost every time. That's just a format that I've noticed by playing the game. So figuring out the format is way easier for me, and then I just have to figure out the double-digit number that's divisible by something on the screen. And recently, every time it's been a double-digit number divided by a single-digit number, the answer's been 4, and then it's been 5 and 9 were the other 2 numbers. So there's actually been like a consistent theme between the last several days, so I've just been able to do them really quickly. That was a way more difficult one, which would have taken me a couple minutes probably, even if I was doing it as quickly as I possibly could, but I was trying to explain it, so it took me like 10 minutes. But I wanted to do that one time, so I don't know. Maybe no one's paying attention anyway. Like they're just immediately dismissing me doing an instant Nerdle in 9 seconds and assuming I'm cheating, which is, I don't know, not unreasonable, I guess, if you don't know the person on the internet. But if anyone cared, there's an explanation of how to do it. I don't know. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.